Welcome to MellyS the Story Collector Web TV, where each week we bring you inspiring stories from courageous individuals about the moments and experiences that have shaped their lives. In this episode, we're talking with the beautiful Liz about how the illnesses that have shown up in her life were actually put there by soul to put her into her soul's purpose.
I think because I come from a different perspective, I think, than what most people come from, and my courage is a little bit out of the box, and my learnings are a bit out of the box. So I just wanted to share from that different perspective, and that is that I have quite an intimate relationship with my soul. And so I think about how the soul is expressing itself through me, what lessons it's giving to me, and what it gets from them, and what I have to continue to learn.
And when did you discover that your soul and your personality or your body were two different things?
In 2003, I met a lady who does body talk, which is a form of kinesiology. And so I used to go to her for sessions, and I'm like, is this really working? I don't even know if this is feeding. And like, she said, oh, your body wants to do this, or your body wants to do that. And I'm like, okay. And she says, oh, your body has platelets in around your brain, and they're a little bit out of place. So I'll just and she did some tapping. I had to do some tapping like this, and it would put it back into place. I'm like, sure. And then I got home on this one occasion, and my head was kind of like, you know, that feeling when you're on a roller coaster, and it's like what's going on? And I rang her up. She said, oh, it's just the plates going back into place. I'm like, okay, I believe now. I believe that there's something there. I don't know to what extent. And that was the start of my soul wanting to start to have a relationship with me. And it just kept on giving me images and thoughts and that sort of thing. And then it started to give me itchy ears. I'm like, my ears are so itchy and I don't understand why. It's just so itchy. And I ended up asking my friend, and she said, well, your soul's trying to get your attention so that it can start communicating with me. So I learned how to do the muscle testing that she did, so that I could ask my soul of questions and find out what I needed to learn or do.
So what was that like, forming that connection then?
For a long time, there was still, is this really happening? Am I making this up? And there's been a few times where it's actually had to prove it to me that in specific ways that I would go, okay, there's no doubting this. And so I actually started to learn what my purpose was in this lifetime, and it's about helping people to lose weight without having to diet or exercise. And it was trying to teach me so much so quickly, and in ways that was just so foreign to me, that I just said, just stop. I don't even want to know about this. I quit. I'm out. And at that moment, I got a nosebleed like I've never had a nosebleed before, and I'd had some. And I thought, no tissues are going to hold this back. So I had to go over to the sink and just hang my head over the sink and watch my blood dripping away down the sink quickly. And I thought, well, I'm either going to faint or I've got to find out what's going on here. And I heard this little, it's like not really somebody physically whispering in my ear, but a thought came to my mind that was, I never told you you could give up. That's not an option. And I'm like, okay. So I said, okay, I promise that I don't give up, and the nosebleed stopped just like that.
Wow.
You can't get much more proof than that.
Yeah.
So that was what I needed, just to be able to say, okay, let's go the next bit. And little did I know what was going to come.
What came next?
I don't know about next, but all income dried up. I tried putting together a website, and I had people saying, oh, I just put a website together and started making money straight away, and I just wanted to punch them. I had so much trouble with it. Everything was trouble. No money was coming in. Everything was really difficult. I started having pains, and I ended up in hospital year before last. I woke up and I'd already been there 3 days on the brink of death, and it was just my soul giving me lessons like, this is a bit much for me. I can't do this. I had meningitis and also mastoiditis. So pussy liquid was coming out of my ears. Even I was trying to sleep, I had to sleep on a towel, and it was just awful. I'm like, no, I can fix this. I just got to find out what it is with my soul, and I can fix it. Yeah, so I ended up in hospital for a week.
How did you fix it all?
Well, that part that was just the hospital, and then I had to, I guess it was partly a reckoning for my soul. Are you in or are you out? Are you going to trust me even though this hurts? Or are you going to follow the rules of the hospital that has kept you from dying just now? Because they also said that I had diabetes, and so I had to either change my lifestyle and change the way I was eating, because I drink a lot of soft drinks. I eat whatever food I want at whatever time of the day or anything. I hardly have any fruits. I have vegetables and stuff, but I have, a diet that some would consider quite unhealthy.
Yeah.
And so I had to choose, am I going to change because there's people telling me that, I have to watch myself and I have to eat better, or am I going to, follow in what I believe in, and stop taking the drugs that just saved me, stop taking, the advice of the people who just saved me, and okay, I'm in. I'm doing this, so I stopped all drugs and everything.
And what happened next then? After you stopped all this stuff, how did you change your life?
I didn't. So I'd already
was learned.
Well, it just meant it actually created a bit more confusion, because I still went through quite a harsh time. For months and months, I had incredible itching where people just shouldn't get itchy, that you can't talk about. It's not pleasant. And also problems with my feet and stuff like that. So I'm only just coming out the other side now, in that, because the reason I had to go through all of this is because I have a program that basically can heal you of everything that is going wrong in your life, everything that you don't like, to going to, abundant wealth, perfect health, and all sorts of things, which was the most frustrating part about it, because I knew this program was there and I'd already started to build it, but it wasn't working properly, and felt like I was getting attacked so much. And it's like I've got this perfect thing and it's not working, and I don't have the money, and it was a really frustrating time, and I just had to push through it. And I've only just now come to the point where I feel that it's all working, and I'm ready to start getting my voice out there and my programs out there. And this is the perfect timing for talking to you, because I'm ready now, and I'm starting to. I've had a couple of times where I have had little bits of success just to keep me going. My soul would just give me little bits, just enough to keep us going. It's like, okay, we're on the verge of bankruptcy now, so it would allow me to, to have enough money to come in to sort of clear the deck, but not too much. And that happens so many times. And also, there's been about 3 or 4 times where I've lost 10 kilos in a row. without changing anything, and then it would stop, so that, you know, just enough to keep me holding on and believing, and then that not enough. It's like, I'm not ready for you to go through, you know, to the absolute good yet, so you just have to
So do you think it's that connection that you've got with your soul now that is helping the physical body?
Yeah, yes. The reason why I had to go through all of those things is so that I could put into this program, this ultimate sort of fabulous program, because what happens is in this program, it's all that the person listens to is MP3, just a simple free one that I got from the internet, one of the free program ones. So it's just a little piece of music that you listen to for 3 minutes. You don't even have to listen to the whole thing. But that is just a delivery method for my program, which is just, you can't hear it audibly. It's just for your soul to say, wake up to yourself, stop doing all this shit, and, you know, give your human some, you know, a fabulous life, and do this and do this. So it just delivers a bunch of commands to the soul of the person who buys the program, so that they their soul starts to switch over to having a better life.
So through this whole journey of reconnecting with your soul in such a deep way, how has courage played a big part in this?
Just because it had knocked me around so much, and even now, I haven't started to have the income yet, and I still, last night I woke up with my feet being really uncomfortable, but I know that my soul has told me that part of doing that is that it's trying to push me out, and so, to get started with selling the programs and filling my workshops so that I can teach people now. So it's kind of like, it may feel like everything's still against me, but I want you to have the faith that it's time and I'm pulling it together. So it's kind of like my soul is, like, I did a video today so that I could say, hey, this is what's happening in my life, watch my journey. This is the before, and I'm actually telling you in the before state, because I believe in what I'm doing. Watch what happens now. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How cool. So what is your...
Not what I was thinking.
I love how all this plays out. So I do
Yeah.
find it really fascinating and interesting how soul and personality interact. But I would love to know, what does courage mean to you then? After all of this, what does it mean to you?
So it's in my current state where there's a part of me that kind of still feels like I'm being beat up, that even despite everything that I've been through, I know that there's a higher purpose for it, and that my journey is to go through those things so I can learn the extent. And also through it, I've also asked a lot of questions of soul and of God and all that kind of thing, so that no matter what somebody comes to me with, I know that I've got a solution for them. I think part of it also is that I previously have not expressed myself as well as I'd like, and so I'm a little bit concerned that people won't understand what I'm doing. And even, you know, in the last months and years, particularly family and friends and stuff, they're like, I imagine that they're going, oh, why don't you just get a job, and, you know, so that you've got money coming in, and stop making it hard for yourself, and why don't you eat better so that you can, you know, feel better and stuff. And I'm like, well, I can do that, but this is my calling. And so despite what you're saying and despite what I'm feeling, I'm just going to keep going with it, because I believe this is what's right.